Hey YouTube, this is Wesley with Wesley Ball Pythons, and this is going to be the first of a series of profile videos that I wanted to do with Wesley Ball Pythons. And it only seemed right to start with the guy that started off this passion that I have for ball pythons, my guy Khari. Khari has been with us now for 4 years. It'll be 4 years in December, exactly. When we got him. We got him early December 2013. And I've always been fascinated with ball pythons. And although Khari wasn't the first snake I got, the first snake is Sammy over here. You can't really, you can see him in there. Sammy's a corn snake. But I had this interest in passion for wanting, or interest in ball pythons and wanting to get those, and I held off on it initially, but then I eventually wound up getting this guy, bought him from a pet store, and then the interest just took off from there. I think ball pythons are awesome. I love the patterns and the colors that they have, and I think they serve as a great example to talk about pigmentation. And so that's what I want to do, and that's what I've focused my efforts on, outreach, to use them as an example of pigmentation and genetics. Just want to highlight a few features that make Khari, and if you haven't picked it up by now, Khari is a normal or wild type ball python, and we refer to him as a wild type ball python because if you were to encounter him in his native Africa, or encounter a ball python in their native Africa, chances are they would look like this. Of course, they would have some their own individual diversity in terms of their patterns and things of that nature. He doesn't like me doing what I'm doing right now, pulling him back, but anyway, a couple of features I want to highlight with Khari. One of the things I like most about them is this banding pattern that they have. I don't really know how to describe it other than, I guess, banding. I know people have referred to some of their markings as alien heads. Personally, Khari doesn't have many alien heads. I don't think he has any, actually. I see his pattern more as kind of like a banding pattern. But those bands are the result of higher levels of melanin being expressed in the cells responsible for melanin production in reptiles, which are called melanophores. And then Khari is really all over the place. He's usually kind of calm in the morning. Let's see if we put him on the floor if he'll do a little bit differently. Not really. Okay, I'm gonna work this out. Okay, so you can see the heavy black banding, and that's the result of high levels of melanin being expressed by those melanocytes in those areas. But then you also see the brown in there. The brown skin is a result of melanin expression as well, but there's just not as much melanin being expressed in those areas. And they just make for a good looking snake. And then you see the borders here. I think that's awesome how you start fading out of the brown, and then there's into this golden yellowish, and then it transitions. I don't know if the camera is picking that up as well as you can see it here, but then it transitions to the white of the belly. I mean, I just think it's just awesome. They're like living art, you know, like this living canvas that somebody living canvas that was just painted, and just the way they move and the way he moves in particular. Here's another good shot of how that black with that brown makes for just in my opinion, a really attractive looking piece of living art. And he's a cool snake as well. Here's another feature I like, that little mark right there, kind of like a hook. There's a lot I like about Khari. As far as disposition is concerned, if I had to rate him on a scale of 1 to 5 in terms of sociable behavior, I'd probably rate him a 3. Once he gets out, he's social. He was pretty social when I brought him to class a couple of months ago. But he does kind of start out slow. And he would prefer, if he had his choice, would prefer just to be left alone. But once he's out, he seems pretty interactive. So that's why I gave him a 3. He's pretty chill. And I just think he's a great ball python. I think he's a great example. There we go. Where are you? There you go. I think he's a great example of a normal personally. And I've got a lot of different ball pythons, and they all add a level of diversity to the overall ball python family that we have here. But I just like looking at this guy. I know sometimes people are not as enamored with normals as they are with some of the other morphs, other ball python morphs, but every time I take this guy out and look at him, I'm amazed. And so, I just wanted to pull him out and highlight him. Once again, this is Khari. He's our oldest ball python here, and he's our longest standing ball python member over here at Wesley Ball Python. So I just wanted to introduce him to you. Oh, one other thing that I've been trying to do is add birthdays. I don't have a birthday for him because I bought him from a pet store, and they don't keep those kind of records. So see other characteristics. He used to be a picky eater, but he's been eating consistently for about 6 months now. Every time I offer, he eats. And so that's always helpful as a ball python owner when your ball pythons are eating. It minimizes the stress on your part. But that's about all I can think of. Let me get another side shot. Oh, belly shot. Because that's kind of cool too. I like that checkering that he's got going on his belly. I just think just the overall artistry of these ball pythons just really make them fun to interact with and just observe, and just want to share that passion with other people. And so that's what I've been going about my business doing. These guys really, they're really cool. All right, that's all I got for this profile video. Make sure you like us, like this video, perhaps even subscribe to the channel. We've also got a Facebook page. If you do a search for Wesley Ball Pythons, that page will come up. You can see some more cool pictures of Khari and some of the other Wesley Ball Pythons we have here. And also there's a website which talks a bit about the genetics. And I want to do a little bit more with that. I'll probably shoot some videos, some genetic videos as well. So, all right, this is Wesley with Wesley Ball Pythons, and I'm out. And so is Khari. Thanks for watching.